a fragrance brand that you potentially never heard of called Day 3 Fragrances. Shout out to EQ from Equality Fragrances. He put them on to me and they reached out to me and they were like, yo, would you like to check out some of our fragrances? As usual, I don't do any research on the brand. I don't know any backstory or history on the perfumer, but I said, sure, why not? As long as you agree to ABC is how I move, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna let them know my opinion. It's only my opinion, take it or leave it. They were like, no, we're Gucci. And here we are. So they sent over 3 different fragrances. I've only taken them out of the wrapper. I have no idea what they smell like, what they are, but we're gonna be checking them out together because first impressions for me are the realest. I will give you my honest interpretation, my honest first impression. You'll see it on my face, maybe a goose pimple, who knows, but it's the funnest way that I like to make content, especially with a fragrance brand that I know nothing about. Let's roll my fucking music so I can put you on to Day 3 Fragrances. I hope I'm getting it right.
Sexy motherfucker. We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Alright, so we got 3 different fragrances here. I'll give you a look at the presentation. We'll see what the fragrances are. I don't know if they have a website. I'm assuming they do. We'll look up some notes, etc, etc. Usually real content creators, real reviewers in this space go to the, About Us section, read about the company, do their homework, do their research, find out who the perfumer is, their lineage, what their bra size is. I don't care about any of that. Why? Because I'm a simpleton. I'm as basic as they get. Does it smell good? Does it not smell good? Do I like it? I don't like it. It is what it is. Shout out to EQ for putting them on to me. The fragrance brand is real receptive. He seems real cool. The dude, contact person, I don't know if it's the actual owner, I'm assuming so. He was like, yeah, check him out and give me the real. I'm like, all right, cool, shit, you asked for it, you don't get it, papo. So as I stated, we got 3 different fragrances here. I'm gonna show you the presentation. We're gonna crack this joint open and start smelling them. Let me get some test strips ready and see what this is about. I can't give you the history on the fragrances. I don't know how many other content creators have reviewed or spoken about this particular brand, so I'm sure they'll give you the entire breakdown. I don't care to do that. I care to let you know my opinion on the fragrance and just that. Here's what the presentation looks like. That's a cool little emblem. Seems a little Masonic / meets Captain Planet meets some like, this is the Twilight Zone type shit. And it's a slider box and we pull out the fragrance. And again, you see this insignia here and I'll show you what the bottles look like. And this is the name of this one. Oh, is it a Spanish brand? La Tacita de Café, the little cup of coffee. That's what this one is particularly called. Very nice, cool looking bottles. Definitely will go in the little niche category. La Tacita de Café, is this guy Spanish? I don't know. I should do homework, I should do research. I end up doing it after. First impressions is the name of the game for me. Cause the presentation is cool, the name could be dope, it can be super expensive, it could be super cheap, but if it don't smell good to me, then what's the fucking point? I did all that homework for nothing? Like, nah, I wanna smell this shit. I wanna see if this joint is good. La Tacita de Café, a little cup of coffee. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a coffee-based fragrance. I'm assuming maybe it's gonna be a little bit of coffee, maybe a little tonka, maybe a little sugar. What kind of cafe? Is it Cuban coffee? Is it Colombian? Is it Venezolano, Argentino? I don't know. Is it Juan Valdez?
Hola, Juan Valdez.
Fucking a mule? I don't know, but we wanna see what type of energy this fragrance is on. So let's start off with La Tacita de Café. Wow, this is very good. Holy shit. It's giving Montal Intense Cafe a little bit of a run for its money. Rich coffee. This little coffee got a little milk in it. Sweet. It's definitely got some sugar. A little cafecito cubano. I feel a little bit of foamy action on the top of that coffee. Little espresso. It's very nice. I'm getting like Montal Intense Cafe mixed with like the Mugler, what is it, pure coffee? Very coffee forward, creamy, foamy, sweet, sexy. I'm getting Tonka-ish vibes. It's very beautiful. Actually, it's very good. On the test strip, definitely one that I'll test at the end on skin. We'll let this puppy dry down. This is very nice. Coffee lovers, you'll absolutely appreciate this fragrance for sure. Sugary, coffee, a little bit of a ground sensation, like freshly ground coffee. You get that foamy action of the espresso. You get the sweetness. You get a nice, sexy date night situation here, but it's very coffee forward. It has a little bit of a violet leaf petroleum kind of vibe that kind of reminds me of the Mugler vibes. That's why I'm getting that off this fragrance. This is very nice. This is quite nice. This is a very good first impressions. I mean, it's in Spanish, so, you know, as a Latino, I fucking rock with that heavy. heavy. La Tacita Café and the interpretation of La Tacita Café is money. So far we're starting very good. Keep that same energy next one. Same presentation. We're not gonna keep repeating, like, I don't make these videos long for Del Mar. Del Mar. So all these joints is gonna be Spanish. That's what's up. Vaya mi gente. Del Mar. So I'm assuming Del Mar is of the ocean, of water, I'm gonna guess, of ocean. So I'm assuming this is their aquatic version. Maybe salty sea notes. No sé, Del Mar. Definitely they're beachy, summertime, very clean, light white floral, clean laundry, soapy, not super salty. Yeah, what I'm starting to get is citrus, white florals, musky, aquatic, not salty, lime zest, soft, comfortable, doesn't scream very loud. What I like about this joint is it doesn't scream or screech, at least off the test strip. There seems to be like a boozy Malibu-ish kind of rum factor here. I don't know if there's booze in here, but it has like a Malibu Bay Breeze kind of vibe. That's what comes to my head. I don't know. It's also very nice, very soft. Definitely screams of what it says. Del Mar, ocean-wise. Very nice. Next one. And finally, curious to see what this one is. I hope it's labeled Spanish also. Ámbar Dominicano. Well, as a man who's married to a Dominican woman and born and raised in the Heights, this better be fucking good. Ámbar Dominicano. So I'm assuming it's amber with a Dominican flair. So I'm a fan of amber. See, this is stepping into a sensitive category, my guy. I'm an amber fan. I'm a dude who's married to a Dominican chick. Dominicans are like my second family. So I'm gonna be extra hard on these shits. And FYI, these joints are extrait de parfum based on the label. Ooh, okay. See what makes this shit Dominican. I got plátano in it. I'm getting amber, a little bit of a smoky, incensey kind of vibe. It's a very unusual amber though. It's kind of like a creamy amber. A smooth, smoky, incensey amber. Still got the sweetness that I like from amber. Very unusual on test strip. It's not bad. I'm just trying to dissect it. There's a lot going on this initial spray. Amber, but creamy amber, smoky incense. I'm getting like a dry, woody base. Maybe it's like a hidden vetiver, musk, maybe a subliminal tobacco and leather essence here, but there is no sharpness. It's very creamy. It's a creamy, different vibe. Like if you're gonna call it Dominicano, like this shit smell like sancocho, un platanito, un tres golpe, un huevito, algo, you know, some sauteed onion, something, bro. Very nice though, very nice. But I wanna see what makes it Ámbar Dominicano. Like all these three fragrances are extremely solid. I don't know the price point. I think it's time that we pull up the website and start going through them and getting some information for you guys, because I don't know anything about this brand. So let's start going through it and see what we can find. All right, so I got the website up. The price point of these joints, they're 50 ml, they're $115. Absolutely love the price, and they do have samples. I guess the samples are starting at 35 bucks, and 35 bucks is for a 10 ml. Not bad at all. Ámbar Dominicano Extrait de Parfum. Introducing our newest fragrance, Ámbar Dominicano, with a silky, smooth, ambery style, offering a Latin twist. I 100% agree with that. Let's go down to the notes. I'm not trying to read the entire description of the joint. Cola, lime, lavender, and passion fruit. Heart notes, Mama Juana, cinnamon, Immortal Absolute, honey, red wine, and Divana. Bases, rock rose, patchouli, vanilla, benzoin, and sandalwood. I mean, the note breakdown I absolutely love, but I can't say those scream off the test strip. This is what happens when you go through the notes. This is why I like to always smell before I read the notes. Now that you say cola and lime, totally get it. I don't get the chinola. I don't get the passion fruit at all. Not on test strip. We'll try it on skim actually right now. Lavender, I get it. I do get the cola and lime now. Mama Juana. When I think of Mama Juana, I think of this boozy medicinal concoction, and you're just gonna get this spiced, sweet, honey aged herbs, twigs and shit in a fucking glass that's been sitting there for months curing. And I don't necessarily get that, but I do get the spicy nuance, so maybe it is accurate. The red wine I don't get. Sandalwood I get. Vanilla I get, benzoin I get, and patchouli I get. Let me try this joint on skin. We're gonna start with the Dominicano because that's the one that really popped off to me, and I just want to see what type of energy it's on. I want to do a light spray. I just want to kind of pick up the essence of this joint in the air. Okay, so off the skin, the cola lime absolutely pops. It's like a little rum and coke kind of vibe. Still get the mixture of spices, I guess representing the Mama Juana, but it's not exactly. There's a lot of earthiness and a lot of herbalness. It does speak to Mama Juana. It's a lot less honey off of my skin. Way more cola and lime, followed by the sandalwood, the vanilla, and the benzoin. That's really pops. Its amber essence is beautiful though. It's a very interesting, different take on amber that I do enjoy. Actually, way better on skin. Let's go to the other one. Let's start backwards. Let's do Del Mar. Let's look up those notes. So Del Mar is lime zest, ginger bergamot, lily of the valley, jasmine, sea breeze accord, coconut, beach musk, and amber. I do get a subliminal coconutish vibe off the test strip. Yes, it has a little bit of that coconut rum, Malibu sea breeze kind of essence. I get the airiness, giving it that Del Mar portion, that aquatic-y vibe, but it's more air, as it indicates, rather than the salty ocean water. That coconut rumish type vibe, I absolutely get it. Very summertime forward. Has a little bit, it feels like a little bit of a Virgin Island water with the citric and that coconut component, mixed with a little bit of Ibiza by Ramon Monegal, with that booziness and that kind of really like photorealistic, like I should be out by the ocean side. Definitely a fucking vibe. Now let's go to tacita de café. All right, tacita de café is wild orange spices, Caribe Rose, I don't know what that is, Dominican coffee, caramel rum. The base is Tonka Absolute, vanilla amherst, sandalwood, brown sugar accord, and amber. For me, this one is a monster. This one is fucking amazing. Very good scent. Yo, Intense Cafe fans, you're not ready. This one's it. Off the skin, money. The coffee, the caramel, the booze, the sweetness, the foamy, the sugary. This one is fucking money. I'm not a coffee drinker, fam. I don't drink coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I wish I could drink coffee. But as far as coffee scents is concerned, this shit is crazy. It's beautiful. It's rich, but it still has brightness. There's nice citrusy vibes that give it some air and some life. That one is the banger. Here's how I would break it down. Tacita de café, money. Absolute money. 550 bucks, money. Secondly, Amber Dominicano is one of these fragrances that had me thinking. I had a little bit of a higher expectation. I hold Dominicans to a very high fucking standard. I love them. But it's a completely different take on Amber, which I do appreciate. I don't get much of the Mama Juana essence, but I kind of do. And as an Amber fan, I respect the shit out of this fragrance. It's very nice off of my skin, much better than the test strip. And finally, Del Mar would be the tertiary choice between these three. Not that it makes it bad in any case, but I mean, it's just so hard to compete con la tacita de café that these two just, they're not there because that one is so high, if that makes sense. That shit is fucking sick. Now here going through the website, apparently this one won some olfactive creative. I totally get it. That's very good. Day 3 fragrances, honestly, very fucking solid. A great price point, beautiful scent profiles, completely unique in their own right. There's nothing here that smells clone-ish or interpretation wise or like it's fire. That tacita de café though, candela. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Shout out to Day 3 fragrances. Amazing job on these fragrances. Amazing job on tacita de café. This one is the biggest ball spreader of all of them. Yeah, that shit is. Woo. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna do some research on the house because there's a lot of Latino vibes going here, and I definitely want to do more homework. Look into the fragrance brand. If any of these things sound interesting, I'll put a link in the description. As I said, these were sent to me to check out, and I'm not disappointed. I'll see y'all just next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
Fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.